Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Brent McGrath, and I'm the host of Talks and Discussions, What Matters and What Doesn't Matter. And today I have a lovely guest. I've known Karlann probably for 4 or 5 years, I believe, right? We met in Toastmasters, correct?
Yes, actually, yes, like 5 years, I think.
Yes,
Mhm.
somewhere around that time. And we were both division directors at that time, trying to increase Toastmasters in Mexico at the time. But Karlann has taken a different path in life, I guess you'd say. She's a technical project leader. So can you give us a little background about yourself, Karlann?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you to give me the chance to talk in this. I think that is important, so I highly appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Well, I am an engineer, electrical and communication bachelor engineering,
Okay.
and I am living in a main world that I decided it was kind of tough, but I've been working in Chrysler, Contintec, Bosch, Continental. I also teach sometime in a school and in a university. Not my best idea, I have to say. Though some people has the gift to be able to share the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge with other. I don't. I am Batman. I am Batman. I don't like the people that just see you and say that you are doing something wrong. Maybe in a military school, probably that would be my thing. But normal, no, absolutely not my best idea. And then I was in GE working in aircraft industry,
Mm-hmm.
and then I back to automotive industry. That right now I am in Continental as a technical project leader, as you said.
Man, that's a lot. Holy Lord. Lots of different companies. So you have lots of experience, which is very good. So you're working in a non-traditional job for women, correct?
Right.
Okay. So how did you get there and why did you go there?
Well, everything starts, and I always hear exactly the same story for the people that we dedicate our lives to be engineering. Everything happened when we were a child, when we were
Mm-hmm.
childs, and we stopped to see how the things were working. And sooner or later, we took something from our moms. In my case, it was the musical boxes. I broken all one. I taken out of parts, and then when I tried to assemble it back, it didn't work. Something was missing, and then why do I have this nut? It's where is supposedly, and I am talking that I was 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
And yes, I was a girl, but I remember that I was I called myself like a poor junior, because one day I just wake up and decided, oh yes, I want to learn to build something with blocks, that you have a blocks and you have to build some stuff. Yes, I had them. And another day, oh, I want to learn to how to paint. And then I had to start to learn how to paint. But I also was kind of obsessed to see and observe the things, why the the things happen, how they work. That thing is something that was inside. So when I was in the time to decide a career, I was in like any Libra in the world. I was like, can I study engineering, or can I study economics, or I can study? I didn't know what to study. I just put in my mind that I didn't want to study something that has to be relation with accountability, because I am so totally not my thing, not my thing. And I terrible using my hands, to make some letters. And I not. I have a stomach hands. I can break down the things and maybe to put together, but not make it pretty. Not my thing. And I wasn't the most feminine girl, actually. Not tomboy, but not that girly. So it was tough to go to the university. We were just ten
Mhm.
women in a 45 group.
Yeah.
And I also, since I was the career until now, I think that an exception of General Electric, I always have 2 co-workers that were also female in the same group, top. I haven't been in a group that have more than, no, yes, more than 3 women in the same group. Actually, in the group that I am right now, I am the only woman. And in many of the projects that I work, I am the only woman. And it's very curiously because in this company in specific is a company that I never seen so many women in the leadership. So the big bosses are women, but down of them are men. Almost everybody is men. The percentage against women versus men is around 5%.
Okay.
To give you an idea. And an automotive industry is especially tough because I have to say, we have, as engineers, we have the more elementary usage. It's a world of men. It's a world that you have a second meaning for the words that is a mainly talks that, hey man, you know, I went the last time with my girlfriend and in the cinema and I did this and this. I'm like, oh Jesus, I don't want to hear that. or the language, even the language is rude, I would say, to don't use another words. And you have to manage, or also the harassment from them.
Yes.
From top to bottom is something that you have to lead it or walk away. You have that choice.
So then you're there, I presume, I just from what you're saying, you're there because you love what you do and you're good at what you do, otherwise you wouldn't be there.
Yes, I like that. But I always like the challenge and learn. There is some point in your career that you learn that the money is not all. Yes, we work because we need to eat. We have that bad habit. We need to eat and we need to sleep. But but there is at some point in the life of the people that you decide that the money is not all. I remember when I was working in a manufacturing, and I remember that I worked like 14 or 16 hours from Monday to Sunday. And pretty much all that I was doing was work, 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 work. And I was unhappy and I was tired and I was overweighted and I was upset and I was broken after 1 year to have exactly the same rhythm for nothing at the end of the day. And then I discovered that never happened again, that is the money is not enough. Everyone has a price, yes, totally. If somebody says I will pay you 1 million per month to be in a manufacturing, yes, I will back, but not less that money. But now I am more careful about the places that I work in and their jobs, because I have to learn. It's not just I need a amount of money, because again, I have that bad habit to use clothes, to eat, to breathe. But besides that, I need to learn. I need to still growing. And if I don't be challenged, if I'm not out of the box time to time, I'm not seeing myself to turning that screw like Ford says in the 20s when he started the change, that you have to be the best to turn in the screw in, and you have to be the best doing this task. No, yes, but no, I need more and more and more. As I said with when we were talking before for Toastmaster, I need somebody to admire and say, yes, I want to be like that person. I need to learn and to challenge myself and continue working. And in that way, I also can provide that experience that I have to the companies that I work in. Because that means that I am a productive person, that I also can share my knowledge. Yes, in that case, I can do it, and also give profits to them. So it's a win-win relationship.
Right. I remember when we were in Toastmasters together, you were always gung ho. Like you always were going, getting things done, setting up, creating groups, things like that. So let me take you back to Toastmasters and ask you the experience, because I know right now you're taking a break, but the time that you spent in Toastmasters, how did that enhance your ability to do what you do today?
I didn't know it pretty quiet back then because I am immersed. Yes, I am very focused, objective person. So it's like I need objective, and I pretty much sometimes I don't see anything that is around myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember that I started growing in the leadership of Toastmasters because I had issues to communicate with the people properly. Back then, I thought that be honest and direct and straightforward was the only thing that I needed. Meanwhile, I was not hypocritical. Well, that I really
Hypocritical.
be the person.
Yeah.
Hypocritical, thank you.
Yes.
And then I discovered that no, that was not a good idea. Well, yes, you have to be yourself, but you can manage how you say the things to the people. I also learned that I needed to open myself more. I'm not shy, that's true, but the thing is that sometimes I could be sit with another person next each other and I can keep silence for as many time as we need. And now I can open myself and have this conversation, and you never know who interesting person you can know.
Yeah.
That helped me a lot of when I have to make the relationship inside the cells of
Mm-hmm.
my jobs, because then that allowed me to say, hey, how was your family, how was your kid? I remember that you were be on camping in this 4th July that happened. What did you do? How was your kids? How was, and then you start to create this relationship with them that obviously, because we are humans,
Mm-hmm.
are going to support you to grow up inside the company. Because
Yes.
at the end of the day, we spend more time, even now that we are in this kind of situation with a cold presence,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's a way to make a relationship. As you still talking with them, with your co-workers, with your bosses, pretty much all the day, 5 days to the day or 7 days. So you need to create that relationship. A Toastmaster take me that break that I had in my head and allowed me to expand me. Yep.
Oh, that's good. I think that I know that I'm still in Toastmasters, but I know that it does that for you. It helps you get outside yourself to help other people, and as you do that, you grow, and then you get get a lot of good things back, which is always good. Well, thank you very much, young lady. Man, it's been nice to catch up with you again and see that you're doing so well. I'm so glad that you came on the show today because everything that you say, I know is very important.
Thank you to bring me here.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.